Hello, and welcome to a match between the Angry Beaver and SeaGull plus 4. I will be casting this match today. My name is Radnor, and as we see, the picks are already underway, so let's get started. We see Batrider and Drow Ranger as our first bands. So, just going to keep going underway with this pick here, and we'll see how this match turns out.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And we see Lifestealer as the second band for SeaGull plus 4. Pretty common bands right off the bat. And we've got an Invoker band for the Angry Beaver.
Lone Druid.
Radiant team pick.
And Lone Druid will be the first hero picked up for Team SG plus 4, as we see here. Great potential with that bear, especially when going against towers. Someone just to keep an eye on. We see a Viper being picked up by the Angry Beaver here.
10 seconds remaining.
Tide Hunter.
And a Tidehunter being picked up.
Dire team
Ogre Magi.
We see Rubik and an Ogre Magi being picked up as well, followed by a Silencer for the Angry Beaver. Good pick with the Rubik. The ability to steal that Ravage will be a very good ability to have. The Silencer with his global silence can cause major problems when used properly, and we see a Magnus already being banned out for Team SeaGull plus 4. So they're going through this pick phase very quickly, not wasting any time so far, and that's a good thing. So excited to go through this and see exactly how this is going to turn out.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And we see a Phantom Lancer coming out on the bands, as well as a Templar Assassin.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And that will be a Spirit Breaker being banned out by the Angry Beaver.
Radiant team ban.
And for the last ban for the Dire team, we see a Husker being banned out.
Dire team pick.
And Nature's Prophet will be the last ban out for the Angry Beaver.
Keeper of the Light.
And Keeper of the Light will make it through the banning phase and be picked up by SeaGull plus 4. And a Bane will be being picked up as well. And we've got one more
10
pick for
seconds
each team.
remaining.
So far, we're seeing some good potential on each team. Dragon Knight will be being picked up as the last hero for SeaGull +4.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And pretty quick picks here. We do see some reserve time going out for the Angry Beaver. They're being a little bit choosy here before they make their last pick, which you can't blame them. They want to make sure they get a pick that fits their team, and they're going to pick the Skeleton King. Good picks between the two teams. Excited to see how this is going to get underway. And this match is going to get started here in just a minute. Thank you again for tuning in to a match between SeaGull +4 and the Angry Beaver. Looks like we're having a small hiccup from SeaGull +4. Actually looks like SeaGull who's not connecting in real quick. Should be
10
fixed here
seconds remaining.
just shortly.
5 seconds
So far
remaining.
we've got Headless on Lone Druid Rubik is IMB. Na on Ogre Magi. We've got SeaGull on the Dragon Knight. And we have Gumbo Watterson on Keeper of the Light. On the Radiant team, we've got Nib on Viper, Bizarro Stormy on Tidehunter, Wild Ill on Skeleton King, Clayton Bigsby on Bane, and Captain Murphy playing the Silencer today. And this match is underway. Excited to see how this match works out. And as for the laning phase, it looks like we have Viper in mid lane for the Radiant team. He's going to be met by what looks like a Rubik for the mid team for SeaGull +4. So it looks like it's going to be a Rubik versus Viper. We've got a tri-lane going up top of Dragon Knight, Keeper of the Light, and Ogre Magi. And on bottom we've got Lone Druid and his bear already headed down, just waiting to steal up that creep camp. They're going to be met by, it looks like a Bane and Skeleton King on bottom, and a Tidehunter and Silencer up top.
The battle begins.
And we see some wards coming out for the Dire team over here in the Radiant side. Don't want that ancient camp to stack. And good ward placement by the Ogre Magi there. And we see Dragon Knight going on to the Silencer on the top lane, and Silencer falls to the Illuminate to Keeper of the Light. Very quickly taken down. Down on bottom, we see some farming going underway. The Enfeeble is cast on Lone Druid. And we see a Dragon Knight about to fall up top. He was actually killed by the creeps. Little bit of a surprise to see him fall just to the creeps there. Maybe getting a little greedy in his farm. We do see the Illuminate come out. We do see Curse of the Silent on Keeper of the Light there. And already got 2 points in the Chakra Magic, 1 point in the Illuminate. We do see wards out here by the Radiant team in the Dire Jungle, as well as the ward here right in the middle of the lane.
It's in the middle.
And we see just basic farming all around. We see Lone Druid and Rubik on top at 12 CS. Viper at 8. Silencer at 8. And pretty much everyone from there. We do see a bottle coming out to Rubik in mid. And we did see both the Lone Druid and...
has been slain. What kind of monster does that?
Wow, there's kills going all over the map. Viper falls in mid to Rubik. We had the Dragon Knight fall up top. And it was Silencer who took down the Dragon Knight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We're going to go down and check on Lone Druid here on bottom. As you see, he's leveling that bear up nicely. The bear already has boots on it. The Dire do not currently have a courier.
Missing bottom.
And we see some initiation going out for the Lone Druid. He's already quite tanky, especially when in his true form. We're going to see the Enfeeble come out on the Lone Druid himself, but that bear is doing a good amount of damage to these heroes. They're going to have to back off.
The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower.
And we see Rubik getting his farm here in the mid. You see it is the Dire team who is currently on top of the CS
Radiant's
charts.
middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna hold.
And we've got Rubik coming out with the haste rune. He's going to come up and use the Fade Bolt. Quickly take down Tidehunter. You're going to see them come in. He spell steals the Curse of the Silent on the Silencer, and it was Dragonite who got the last hit on Silencer there. Good team play, great use of the haste rune there by the Rubik.
About time.
As for the bottom lane, and you see the Entangle come out on the Bane. In comes the Lone Druid himself, but Bane's going to get away to do that stun from the Skeleton King. A Skeleton King is right before his level 5, so he does not currently have...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
His reincarnation. So, and we see the bear fall here. There is going to be a recast of the bear, and no real problems come out of that. And we see Silencer going down very quickly. Great use of teamwork up here on the top lane. Dragonite came in and took him down. You're going to see Viper come in, take down Keeper of the Light. They're going to chase back the Ogre Magi and the Dragonite. This Viper is coming in, wanting to get the kill on the Dragonite, and he is in a bad position here. He is going to most likely fall. Ogre Magi coming in, dealing an immense amount of damage to Viper in a short amount of time. But Ogre Magi does fall to the Viper. That poison damage just was not able to be stopped, and we see that he did fall there.
Thanks. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna. Radiant structures.
And we see the dragon form coming out. Silencer falls quickly. The Illuminate comes. They're gonna go for the Tidehunter here. He tried to hide in the tree, but as you see, it is not going to go. Viper is up inside of the dire side, and you see the Illuminate's going to come. He's going to hit, and they're going to force him back without them taking a kill to the dire side. The stun comes in. Ogre Magi comes for the body block, and they take him down. Good block there by the Ogre Magi.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. By the gods, the Dire's bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower.
And we see some good damage coming into this bottom tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Run, little bottom tower. Run.
It's at about 200.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's at 136, just out of deny range. If one more hit gets in, they could potentially deny the tower, but it looks like they're going to force it back, not allowing that last hit and there's the last hit. 77. It's going to come in, leaving the tower up with 46 life. Up top, I'm sorry about that. They're coming in on the Dragon Knight. And they're going to go put pressure on this. The Fade Bolt comes in, and Bane falls quickly, even though he tried to get off his Fiend's Grip. He did cast it on the Rubik there for just a second, but not long enough to actually survive. And you see, this tower is going to take a good amount of damage here very quickly. Up top, we're going to see the Ravage come out, take down the Ogre Magi. Spell is stolen. Ravage is used back. We see Silencer fall. The Illuminate comes out, takes down Viper. Tidehunter will be the one to run off, but great steal there by the Rubik. Able to steal that Ravage. Did a good amount of damage to the Radiant team there with the skill that they thought they had brought into the fight. Obviously, They did, but the tier 1 tower falls on top, and the tier 1 tower had just recently fallen on the bottom lane. So, 2 towers down for the Radiant team at this point. And we see the Keeper of the Light and Rubik headed back. They do catch up with the telekinesis. Skeleton King is caught up. He's able to get this global silence is called out. They're coming in for this team. And the spell steal comes out, but Rubik falls. Keeper of the Light falls. That global silence came in right at the right time. And Dragon Knight is going to go down here just as quickly.
I feel sad for them.
Ogre Magi makes it out just fine. And we see the tier 2 tower falling on bottom from this lone druid. He is not a hero that you can leave to his own. He can do immense amount of damage to towers, especially with that bear being fully leveled up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And we see the tier 1 tower going down. The fortification comes out. They are going to chase back the Keeper of the Light and the Ogre Magi. The Illuminate does come out. We see the Dragon Knight coming up. They're going to go in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Bane is caught up in the stun. The bear comes in. One more hit. Can the bear get the entangle? No, but Bane's still going to go down to the Rubik and his Fade Bolt. They're going to come in, apply pressure to this Radiant team. And as we see here, they're not afraid to initiate, even under the tower. Rubik takes down Silencer. Keeper of the Light takes down Viper. And the tier 1 tower falls. Rubik is still chasing this Tidehunter. And if we look at the XP graph, we see it going heavily in the way of the Dire. There was a small point here when the Radiant was starting to be able to catch back up, but again, they're over 5,000 in gold and experience. The tier 2 tower falls. This lone druid was left alone too long, and him and his bear are able to come in and quickly deal damage. The Ravage comes out, and we see Rubik is about to fall. Rubik falls. The Entangle comes up on Skeleton King. He's going to go down. The Illuminate comes in. And we see the lone druid fall. Keeper of the Light is running back, trying to get away from Tidehunter, and they're going to let him escape into his own jungle, or into his own area.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. About time.
What surprises me is this tower has 46 health, and it still stands. That shows that this Dire team is really coming out on top here. And the Entangle comes out. Viper's going to fall here very quickly. They commit the ultimate from the Dragon Knight, but really no need to here. They're going to go in and push this tier 2 tower. We've got Tidehunter here, and a Silencer close by. His ultimate is available, so we could be seeing this come up here very shortly. The fortification comes in, and we're going to see the glaive come out. Not much more. As for items on these two teams, you see the treads up on Viper, you see the mana boots and the urn on Tidehunter. You see treads and soul ring up on... I'll do this in a second. I'm sorry. The tier 2 tower falls. The global silence comes out, but this team is still being on the aggressive. They're coming in, and Ogre Magi falls, but the bear is able to take down at least the first reincarnation of Skeleton King. He is going to run back to under the tier 3 tower. As we see, this team is aggressively chasing them into their own base, and the mana burn comes out, but they're going to hide into their own fountain. The Illuminate is going to come out, and damage is going to be dealt to this tier 3 tower. As for the items, you see that the Blink is up on the Rubik as well as the mana boots. You've got Drum and Helm of the Dominator up on the Dragon Knight.
Has fallen.
You got mana boots on Ogre Magi, and I mean, the items on this bear, you've already got the phase boots and the armlet. And you see, initiation comes back in, and they take down the Keeper of the Light here. They're going to take down this Skeleton King. Dragon Knight was able to take him down, and Viper falls very quickly. They're going to take down this Lone Druid down here on bottom. But the damage was done. The tier 3 is down. Some damage was done to the racks. I mean, and Ogre Magi looks like he's going to actually just fall here to the creeps. I'm still surprised not to see this deny come out from the Dire team. The tower has 46 health. You see him pushing back the creep wave here. And there's the deny by Lone Druid. Took long enough, but again, it wasn't really a pressing matter, and we're going to see Skeleton King going into the jungle to get some of much needed farm. If we look on the net worth graph, you see almost everybody on the Dire team is on top except for that Ogre Magi. But for the most part, not much in the way of an advantage for this Radiant team at this time. This Skeleton King is trying to get up to level 11 in order to be able to reduce that reincarnation time.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt.
And
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Roche falls to the Dire, and Lone Druid picks up the Aegis. So we're going to see them come in, and we can expect to see some initiation right off the bat from this team. I mean, currently it's 19 to 23. If we look at the XP and gold graphs, almost about 7,500 XP in advantage to the Dire, and over 13,000 gold. So we're going to see the Radiant team come up. They're going to initiate on this bear, try to take this bear down. As you see, Lone Druid is on the run from Viper. And the bear is going to come in and get the entangle on Viper, do a good amount of damage in just that short amount of time. And you see, beautiful, beautiful takedown of Viper from the Lone Druid. The Illuminate comes in. Fiend's Grip is cast up on Lone Druid. The Ravage... Yeah, the Ravage comes out. You see Skeleton King does... No, Lone Druid falls. Sorry. That was the Aegis coming out. Lone Druid is going to continue to go for that Bane.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And you see, the Forest Staff is out on Rubik. He is being chased down by
Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
Skeleton King. The Fade Bolt comes out. The bear is going to go for that entangle. Telekinesis comes out, and Skeleton King falls. He is going to reincarnate here, but you're going to see the entangle comes out. They're going to take him down very quickly. The Viper's ultimate comes out on Rubik. He is going to force Staff, surviving with 32 health and building. Barely survived. And the Ogre Magi is going to fall here. And you see the Telekinesis picks up Tidehunter, drops him down, hoping to see that Entangle proc come out from the bear. No, he does not. Oh, there it is. And they're going to go down. And Tidehunter is going to fall right here, unable to get away. You're going to see him fall. 1, 2 hits. And there he is. Bane's coming in, trying to put the damage to Lone Druid. He does get the team to pull back as we see the Enfeeble is on the bear. Bane was able to take down Keeper of the Light there. And we see last word comes out on Dragon Knight. He's just pushing too hard. Great combination there of last word and you're going to see Dragon Knight here fall. 1, 2. And there he falls right to the Radiant team. Creepy laugh from Nightmare. See what damage was done. I know both racks fall on the top lane. The damage to this bottom tower was about 400 damage. Not even that. There was more damage done to the mid tower at about 700. I mean, still, a very aggressive play by these two teams. If we look at the levels, we see level 17 Lone Druid. That is why he is able to do so much damage to the tower so quickly. Level 14 Rubik, 13 Bane, 13 Dragon Knight, 12 on Tidehunter. This Ogre Magi is trying to get his extra levels. He's down at level 9. And we have a disconnect come out from Dragon Knight. The team does not seem to be pausing. Not 100% sure why, but it looks like they're just going to keep fighting on without him.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt. Dire's structures are fortified.
And we've got the fortification coming out on the tier 1 tower. Skeleton King, Bane, and Viper pushing on the top lane. But as you see, Rubik coming out, causing some minor harassment with the Fade Bolt. Going to be met up with the Illuminate, hitting. Keeper of the Light is in a problem here. The Force Staff's going to come out. He misses the Ravage with Tidehunter. You're going to see the Global Silence coming out. The Dire team is waiting for that to wear off, and we see Rubik gets the Spell Steal. And the Illuminate's going to come out again. Fiend's Grip up on Rubik. Ravage comes out. Rubik falls very quickly. Keeper of the Light down. We see the Bear about to drop. Lone Druid and Ogre Magi trying to get out. We see Bane is about to fall. Force Staff comes out, keeps Bane alive just long enough. The Entangle comes out. Bane falls to the Ogre Magi. No, to the Lone Druid, sorry. They're going on this Tidehunter. The Bear is not going to be able to do the damage needed. He was silenced, and Tidehunter did just purchase a Blink, so we see Silencer come up, get multicast on. He falls very quickly there. And Lone Druid is going to go down and continue to push this creep wave. And the Entangle comes out on Viper. Tidehunter does come up from behind, but Viper falls. You're going to see them pushing him back. The Urn is cast on to Lone Druid. The Entangle comes out on Skeleton King. And we're going to see Tidehunter fall here. No, Tidehunter gets away. Bane comes in and drops Lone Druid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna hold. The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Dragon Knight is back in the game. Just after a short disconnect, we see initiation on Silencer. Rubik gets the spell steal and steals Curse of the Silent. You're going to see Fiend's Grip come in on the Lone Druid. The Fade Bolt's going to come through. Tidehunter is going to blink up into the action, but 13 seconds on the Ravage, not quite enough. And you see Tidehunter fall to the Fade Bolt. And Skeleton King's power is dropping quick. The Entangle comes out. Skeleton King falls for the first time. The Reincarnate will bring him back up. But the Multicast comes out, bringing him down. The Illuminate is about to be cast.
The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower.
And we see the bear pushing on that bottom tower. That tower is falling so fast. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower was always the weakest tower.
And you see the Fade Bolt come through. Multicast comes out. Skeleton King falls. The bear falls, but I mean, it did rather well. We see 10 seconds until the bear can be recast. We do see Rubik coming up to join the ranks on the bottom, and the Illuminate just to keep the pressure on this bottom lane. And there is the Spirit Bear. And they're going to be pressing onto the racks. And we do see the bear is in Nightmare, but I mean, that's only going to hold the bear back for so long. The Fortification does come out, and the Enfeeble does come out on the bear. Ravage comes out. The damage is being dealt to Lone Druid. He has an urn cast on him. Global Silence has been cast. Rubik drops to Fiend's Grip. And the Multicast comes out, cast on Skeleton King. He does fall.
That's not gonna hold.
And we see great cast body block by this team. Bane falls. Viper comes in, is going to push the Ogre Magi, take him down. And Keeper of the Light is probably going to fall here. One more hit. There goes Keeper of the Light to Tidehunter. But again, one of the barracks falls, and the second one is going to be going down. This is a very hard team to beat.
Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen. Sayonara.
And Dragon Knight is going top to take down the tier 3 tower in mid. He's going to be joined by the bear. No, the bear is being recalled back.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And the tower falls. The racks are going to go down here in a very short amount of time. The GG should be being called. As you see, Viper is being met. Oh, Dragon Knight is going to go down here. The Enfeeble's cast out. He's in Nightmare. And you see, Dragon Knight falls. Bane is going to come in. Enfeeble. No. Sorry, cast Fiend's Grip on Lone Druid. Good play here. The GG was not called. They're going to try to survive with one tier 4 tower left in the mid. And Mega Creeps. Well, they can survive for a little bit, but I don't see them turning around and winning. We have all 3 tier 2 towers up for the Dire. We have no towers, no racks up. The only tower left standing is this mid tower, this tier 4 tower. And they're just waiting for that 44 seconds for Lone Druid to come back up with his bear, and they're probably going to come in and push to finish this. And if you look on the net worth chart, it makes sense why this Dire team is winning. And here in the gold graph you see a 15,000 advantage for XP and over 20,000 advantage for gold. And Rubik is being attacked up here.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack. Radiant's Ancient is under attack. We'll see how radiant they'll be with a dead Ancient.
And we see the tower is going to fall here quickly. Good game by the two teams. SeaGull +4.
The Radiant's
Great gameplay. As you saw, they had great initiation, great lasting ability. And Dragon Knight was able to take down Viper. No surprise, Bane falls very quickly to that multicast. The Nightmare is cast on to Dragon Knight, but with the Mega Creeps coming in, good game between the two teams. It was SeaGull +4 versus the Angry Beaver. Again, my name is Radnor. I was glad to cast this match tonight, and if you want to follow any of my casts, you can follow me on Twitch and YouTube. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a message on Steam. My username is Radnor.